speaking of money, a man last night on the internet that is associated with our program got the money portion right.
Yeah.
Of the second biggest free agent signing of this MLB offseason. Now, Yoshinobu Yamamoto is a Japanese weapon who was kind of surveying the MLB to see where he wanted to go. Ty Schmidt last night with his reliable source.
That's right.
People in the know at the time.
Exactly.
At the office Christmas party that we were all attending.
And some boots on the ground in New York City.
Told Ty that Yamamoto is going to the Yankees. Congratulations, Ty. The Yankees are all the way back. Your dream, Ty, since before this guy even stepped foot in the United States, was for him to be a New York Yankee.
Yep.
This is going to save the Yankees, who suck now, right?
They sucked last year.
Yeah, they suck now.
Well.
It's a Mets city now.
No, the Mets were worse than the Yankees were, but...
That guy?
Yeah.
His city.
No. Garrett Cole won the Cy Young last year, so if anything, it's his city.
Nobody knows that. But anyways, it was supposed to be Yamamoto City. And you broke the news. And boy, you were the king of baseball. You were all over the place. You were trending all the way in Japan.
What?
You were trending in Los Angeles.
What?
You were trending in New York.
What?
You were obviously trending in the Midwest.
What?
And boy, it got big quick while we were hossing some Jack Daniels and Bullet whiskey.
Why?
Inevitably, you were completely wrong.
Yep.
And one man was right.
Yeah.
And they actually utilized this man in your community notes, where the platform X decided, we got to correct this guy. This is getting too out of control. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, the man who broke the news of Yoshinobu Yamamoto to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Senior MLB insider at ESPN, our friend, Jet Passan.
That's even better than last time. You guys upgraded.
Yeah,
Love that.
I think you upgraded, Jet. And the reason why we think you upgraded is because we thought we had it, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
Our show was touting the biggest baseball insider of not only the day, but maybe the decade.
That's right.
In Ty Schmidt. And then all of a sudden, a Jet drops a bomb that changes the course of Ty's internet existence, baseball's future, and maybe even society as a whole.
Yeah. Whoa.
The New York folks are not happy. They had Yamamoto as a Yankee.
Yeah.
Hopes were through the roof because of Ty Schmidt. And Jet Passan says, that's a lie, that's wrong. Only listen when I speak. What was last night for you? And how did we know that it was going to happen last night? Like, was that a very well-known thing? Or is Ty maybe the one that, sped this whole thing up a little bit, Jet?
No. Ty, I'm going to speak in a language that maybe will be familiar to Ty. Ty Schmidt, you are a spectacular scumbag.
Oh, that's Lou Holtz.
He is.
Nice. That wasn't very good.
It may not be very good, but you are a scumbag. Like,
What do you
think
mean,
about
Jet?
what you. This show.
Scumbag.
This show
His source.
understands scumbaggery, especially you, AJ, better than any show out there.
I think so.
AJ, would you not say what Ty did last night was about as bad of a thing as you can do to an entire fan base to make them think that the one guy all offseason that they've wanted, the Yankees weren't in on the Ohtani sweepstakes. They went and traded for Juan Soto, but this was going to complete the offseason. And then because of bourbon, he decides to go.
And sources.
It's sources.
And sources.
Don't you bring the bullet
sources
into
were
this.
named Jack, Jim, and Jose.
Hi-oh!
honestly,
Three amigos. That was a terrible shot back in the
So
day.
bad.
That was punishment for people.
Four wiser.
But maybe we were having a good time. Don't blame Ty for that. But boy, he thought he was king too. He's a part of the Yankees fan base, you got to remember. Think about how he was feeling whenever he found out. Look at him.
I'm surprised. I hope that's not the new face of baseball. Baseball's in trouble already.
Oh, jeez,
whoa.
Jeez.
Just saying.
Couple whiskeys there, but
Wide.
but did you know that the Yankees were out of it whenever Ty put that tweet out, or what was it really close?
No.
Oh.
You know what? It wasn't in the end all that close because the Yankees were still $25 million shy of what the Dodgers ended up paying for Yamamoto.
25 over what?
And
8?
25. You know what? The Yankees offered a shorter term. It was $325 for 12 years for the Dodgers. And so the Yankees were actually
300 for 9.
I think it was 300 for 10. Yeah. Like they were offering more.
Reported.
They were offering more per year. Yeah.
Right.
No, you weren't close. Like you weren't close.
He was kind of close.
On the Yankees offer, he was right.
And he knew what it would take. You get to 326, that's $1 million more.
That's right.
Than the Dodgers.
Feels like Ty was pretty close.
Ty might have got duped.
But, well, first off, Godzilla Matsui. Like, people should have known at that point.
What are you talking about?
You're dropping Godzilla Matsui. Also, Yoshi. Like, are you friends with him?
Yeah. Who do you think his source was, Jet?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
He actually speaks Japanese. You got to remember, the guy got accepted into Harvard.
Yeah, bingo.
He's not some dope. Even though the internet's calling him some dope.
I got duped. You know, it's as simple as that. Okay, hand up. I got duped. But like you said, Jet, I mean, I'm a Yankees fan. You think I'm not heartbroken this morning? You think I'm not sick?
No,
to my stomach?
I seriously think that I'm shocked that you showed up today. I thought you were going to run into witness protection for a couple of weeks, just lay low, brick killed the guy. I mean, it's not good, Ty. I have to be honest, I got like a half dozen texts last night ranging from, is this true, to who is this moron, to like, I mean, they know, like, people thought that I was giving you the information and that you were running with it. Like, I saw that theory out there, which was that was a special one. And
can we just get like a genre of the humans that are texting? Anybody from the Yankees text you?
Yes.
Yes. Tim Kirchin.
Who is this idiot from the Yankees organization? Oh, man.
Steinbrenner texting Jet.
All right, so Jet, we've had our fun with Ty being an insider, okay? And maybe that time is Ty Schmover, Paul?
Yeah.
Hey, is that Ty Schmover, Gumpy? What do you think it's Ty Schmover for the insider game there for Ty Schmidt?
Unfortunately, the Yankees were just being cheap is the issue. I think Ty's contract was spot on. They just didn't want to spend the money.
Oh, so Ty was putting out into the world what needed to be done to get this thing done. And instead, they just chose not to listen and text Jet instead, calling you an idiot. Wow. Should Ty be running the Yankees? That's a question that we have now. That's a question we have now.
The interesting thing about Yamamoto, this went way, way higher than anyone anticipated. Even as of a couple of months ago, executives thought, okay, maybe it's going to be $200 million. Possibly if there are teams involved, like we think there are going to be, Yankees, Mets, Dodgers, Giants, Red Sox, Cubs, like the biggest teams in all of baseball. If they're all involved, maybe it gets to like 225. Nobody thought that there was going to be a $325 million contract given to him. And on top of that, Pat, the Dodgers have to pay another $50 million to the Oryx Buffaloes, Yamamoto's team in Japan. So in reality, this is a $375 million guarantee for a guy who has not thrown a single pitch in Major League Baseball. And doing this less than 2 weeks after signing Shohei Ohtani for $700 million, like what the Dodgers are doing right now is trying to not only take over Japan in the eyes of the fans, who they want everyone wearing a Dodgers hat, they are trying to take over all of baseball and create a juggernaut and a dynasty.
Okay, so you mentioned a couple things there. $700 million to Shohei, $325 million to Yamamoto, $136.5 million to Tyler
Glasnow,
$325 million to Mookie Betts, $165 million to Freddie Freeman. Okay, so this is what the Yankees used to do, right? Is there some sort of tax on this, or is this just, how does this work out? How they can just pay everybody? That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's nice to be rich. They had, coming into this year, had just signed a bunch of guys to one-year contracts last year because they wanted to get beneath the CBT threshold. They didn't end up doing that, but they wanted to get under the luxury tax and save up for this because, this was their plan. Ohtani was clearly always number one for them. They felt like they could make incredible business with him around internationally with the owners who do international business. And, this is the Guggenheim Company, so these are extremely rich people. And they have all that money. But to go and pair it with Yamamoto, I think probably exceeded their expectations. If they got Ohtani, it was like a great winter. If they could get Ohtani and Yamamoto to go along with Mookie and Freddie and all of the other incredible players that they've got there, and then to add Glasnow in a trade as well, like the Dodgers, Pat, won 100 games last year, and they just added the best player in the world, a top 10 pitcher in the world, and a guy who, when he's healthy, is a top 10 pitcher in the world. And yet, because it's baseball, I think we need to like keep this in mind. Because it's baseball, this same 100-win Dodgers team from last year lost to an 84-win Arizona Diamondbacks team in the playoffs. And that is the thing that keeps the super team in baseball, I think, from happening. Like, we sit here and we're like, oh, my God, there's so much talent there. Yeah, but it's baseball. And you have a 5-game series, and your chances of winning it, best case scenario, are probably like 60%. It's the best odds you're ever going to get in the series against two.
How many games in a season again?
162 in a season. Then you get to the playoffs, and it's 5 games.
I still think that's part of the problem for national interest.
A lot of games.
That's a lot of games. It's hard for us to take serious a lot of those games. It's like, well, this doesn't matter. This is literally just a preseason game because they could just win. They could lose 40 straight games, and it does not matter because you could just get into one of those one-game play-in things, win enough, sneak in, and then all of a sudden you're in the playoffs, and it's a whole different game. But I do appreciate the fact that it feels like baseball is trying, you know? Like the Dodgers are trying.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, hey, listen, we're putting stars on the diamond. We want everybody. Dodgers do well, I assume, ticket-wise, because they acted like Shohei had not been in L.A. for the last 6 years with the Angels. The Dodgers fill up, I assume, that they're – yeah, they
pretty close. I mean, they have the highest attendance in baseball, like by far every year. It's almost 50,000 a night. Like they'll go over 4 million in attendance this year.
All right, so I like this Dodgers team.
Yeah, holy hell.
I like this. I like what they're doing.
Good squad.
I like anybody that's trying to win. You know, I like anybody that's just trying to win, and they clearly are trying their absolute best to win. Hopefully they're able to do that. The Yankees stink, though. You guys didn't even get Yamamoto like you thought it was going to happen. Are you guys dead?
No. They still traded for Juan Soto, so they're addressing some things. But Jet, obviously, again, I got duped, okay, and I'll take my medicine today. I have to do that. I feel like a real
Ty, this insider game is not easy.
Hey, I understand
what happens when you step into someone else's sandbox.
Hey, listen, Jet, I said, okay, I tried to step up to the MLB hot stove, and I got third-degree burns, okay, and I'll remember that for the rest of my life. But
got community notes.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's tough.
Exactly. But kind of a two-part question here. Was all the stuff with Yamamoto, like him being interested in like the Yankees history and like, them bringing in Matsui for the pitch, him having like a relationship with Boone and them scouting him incredibly heavily for quite some time now? Like, was it ultimately that it came out today that like he just really wanted to play with Ohtani? I didn't realize how close they were. Like, so was all that stuff with the Yankees and their tradition kind of just bullshit? And then now, like, what do they do moving forward? Is it like a guy like Jordan Montgomery who pitched there a couple years ago and then they traded him? Like, what do they do? Because I assume they thought they were pretty close up until they realized, hey, we're about $25 million short here.
Yeah, and I think it was probably more than the money. I think let's look at the Mets as well. They had the same offer as the Dodgers, essentially, and Yamamoto still chose to go to LA. And I think that Ohtani has this gravitational pull to him among Japanese players. Like, Yu Darvish is seen as sort of the godfather, the senpai. But Ohtani was the captain of the World Baseball Classic team. And you guys, I remember, Pat, you got into the WBC this past spring.
Oh, yeah. And we had America versus Japan.
Yeah, awesome.
Shohei versus
Mike Trout.
The last out of the entire thing.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
Shohei
exactly.
wins,
And
American loses.
So, Shohei, it's not that he got to know the Japanese players better. I think that it was the first time that he was playing with them since he had grown into something beyond Japan. Because he is, like, say what you will about baseball, I think it's pretty fair to call Ohtani an extremely well-known sports star at this point, not just a baseball player. Like, he transcends baseball. And that appeals so deeply to Japanese players that, you would think Yamamoto, this guy who's super competitive, wants to strike it out on his own, wants to go to New York and take over that city just like Ohtani. No, like, playing alongside the Godfather, playing alongside the best player anyone has ever seen, has an immense appeal to it. And it's not just among Japanese players, by the way. I think what's left for the Dodgers is going to be, they're going to be able to take their pick of free agents and say, you know what, maybe you're not getting the amount of money that you thought you were on the free agent market. How about we give you a 1 or 2 year deal and you come play alongside Shohei Ohtani and we go win a ring? And that is the advantage of having Ohtani, and it's why the Yankees, Ty, I'm not sure where they pivot at this point. Do you want to pay $160 million for Jordan Montgomery, a guy who you traded for Harrison Bader a year and a half ago? I like Jordan Montgomery a lot. I think he's fantastic. I just don't know if a return engagement in the Bronx is necessarily the right thing for him.
Hey, and how about that fan base, the Yankees fan base? They thought they had Yamamoto last night.
I was one of them.
Partying in the streets.
I feel really bad for them. The irresponsibility of some people. It's become really apparent during this baseball offseason that some people fancy themselves knowledgeable or insiders, if you will, and they put stuff out there without caring about people's minds, their hearts, the very fiber of their beings. And I think those people. There's one. It's scumbag. That's it. They're just scumbags.
He makes a good point there, boys.
Bob Nightingale has been doing this for years, hasn't he, Jet?
We do like a distraction, throw somebody else under the bus. We do like that move.
Jet, he had 3 sources. He checked them all. I mean, you called and said, hey, do I need to retweet this or not?
Yeah, so you knew. Like, you knew that what Ty was saying at the time
had some validity to it.
Yeah.
I was talking about the Yankees. Like, they win a lot. It's not as if this franchise is starving for a ring right now.
It's not like you're Pittsburgh Pirates. Could you imagine you broke that the Pittsburgh Pirates were signing Yamamoto?
We brought back Kutch, so we're good.
Yeah, 1 year deal. I heard.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we come.
Con, how many rings have the Red Sox won since the Yankees last made it to the World Series?
2 or 3. 3?
I think it's 2, but close.
13 and 18. I wasn't sure if 7.
Well, and the Mets kind of became the team in New York, didn't they? Didn't the Mets kind of become the team in New York? Because you said Cohen matched the Dodgers deal. The Yankees are $26 million short.
Wow, yeah, but
I didn't think about it. That's a swing.
Wow.
Right? Isn't that? That's kind of a.
He didn't want to go there, though, because the Mets stink.
I understand that was his thoughts, but like the Mets were willing to do. Hey, what do you need?
Yeah.
No, that's the Yankees normally.
George would have done it.
Isn't that normal? That's the Yankees normally.
Did it with Judge. Yeah.
I mean, it used to be the Yankees.
Ooh.
That was the Yankees under George Steinbrenner.
Yep.
That is not how the Yankees operate anymore. And listen, it's a different time.
But isn't that where all these Yankees fans have come from? The Steinbrenner era? Isn't that where you're all?
Yep.
I mean, you're born in there, obviously, but I'm talking about the brand.
No, for sure. And now his kid's running the team, and it's a little bit different. But, I mean, what are you going to do? If they would have lost Judge last year, I think a lot of people would have been like, okay, what's going on here? But they paid him what he wanted because he, again, John Heyman said, like, he was right there. Like, everyone thought he was going to San Francisco into the Giants, and then...
That was breaking news right away.
Yeah, it was. And then...
By who? By who? Jet didn't do that.
No.
Jet, you didn't break that he was going to the Giants last year, did you?
No, I was asleep when that happened.
Smart.
Shout out. Ty was awake. Ty was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed last night.
Oh, yeah.
So you're saying they made moves that people say, okay, you're still invested, but $25 million when you're paying $300 already? Doesn't that feel like...
In New York, too? Like
doesn't that just feel like, are we going to... I mean, we're right here. You know what I mean?
We can find it. We can make it up.
Yeah, can't we? You know what I mean? That's a couple baseball ads.
Yeah,
Jersey hot dog price is $1.
Yeah, that was wild to me. And that was the only holdup or there was other stuff? Obviously, wanted to play with Shohei. You just said all that. Okay. Yankees aren't bad.
I think the Shohei thing, I think listen, the Dodgers are a better team than the Yankees. Like a very clearly better team than the Yankees.
More money, better team.
Ty, do you think the Yankees are going to be good?
Whoa. Less bump.
I think they'll be better than they were last year, for sure. Yeah.
So that doesn't mean good because they were as average as it gets last year.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
I mean, I think they clearly still have some deficiencies, which is why you wanted Yamamoto so bad. But I think Juan Soto certainly helped. I mean, that's like when Judge was hurt last year, they lost, and when he was healthy, they won. So like, if he could stay healthy the whole year, they paid a bunch of money for Odon last year in free agency. He wasn't very good. Cole won the Cy Young. Like, they have the pieces in place where if they could stay healthy, like, yeah, I think they can compete for the division.
All right, I want to let you know, Jet. This has been a blast talking baseball, and it was an honor to witness one of our guys get into your world, and he felt like he was king. You should see how happy he was. He was so happy.
I know.
Yankees were good. He was a baseball insider. Holy hell, here we go. He's having time. We're about to do White Elephant. It's about to get wild up in here. I mean, it was good. It was great times.
Gifts.
It was an honor to see
I
them.
love the Grinch just lurking in the background right there. It's so appropriate.
Yeah, pretty artsy photo there with the 5X zoom, and that basketball was stolen 2-3 times, actually.
Yeah, that's a great ball.
Yeah, that basketball was stolen in the White Elephant a lot of times. And, you know, Ty felt like you for a few moments in time. And then you actually were a part of him getting community noted and ruining it all. And learning that the Yankees don't have the guy that he wanted. And also, he was completely wrong in a big way.
Yikes.
So we're all trying to
Got
be like,
2.7 million views out of it, though.
That's not what.
Good
That's not what
engagement.
it's about.
That's not the point.
That's all it's about, Jet.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's about.
No, Jet.
No.
It's not what, that's the problem with you media people. You think that's what it's all
Yeah.
about.
Feels
It
like-
isn't about that.
Feels like he's taking.
If that's what it was all about, do you know what we would talk about every day? We just saw everybody down.
Bingo.
Those get views all the time.
Hate LeBron.
It's not about the views. It's not about the views.
No.
It's about enjoying sports.
course not.
And Ty is not enjoying sports right now.
At all.
Packers kind of
No, he's
stink.
not.
Everybody in the Yankees fan base, which he's a part of, hates him.
Yep.
And he was trending in Tokyo last night, not for good reasons. They were speaking a different language about him on the platform. You know what I mean? It was
A lot of character.
it was rough, Jet. It was rough out there. I don't know how you do it, but we appreciate the fact that you do, pal.
It was awesome. I'm so happy that it happened too. It warms my heart to watch somebody else beclown himself in the way that Ty Schmidt did. So thank you, Ty, for your service to the community, to the people, and to all the Yankees fans who now despise the very fiber of your being.
Thank you, Ty.
Thank you, Ty. Whoa.
Clear for takeoff and departure. Ladies and gentlemen, Jet passing. Thank you, Jet. Merry Christmas, Jet. Happy holidays.